A Great Dane is truly a giant dog breed. Large and noble, commonly referred to as a gentle giant or as the Apollo of dogs. Apollo was the Greek god of the sun, the brightest fixture in the sky. Great Danes have been around for a long time, and depictions of Dane-like dogs on artifacts date back thousands of years ago. Although this is a purebred dog, you may still find them in shelters and rescue groups, so remember to adopt. The Great Dane was originally bred to hunt wild boar, but they probably wouldn't be very good at it today. The ferociousness necessary to track down such a large, wily animal was eventually bred out of the Great Dane. They're now a gentle soul who generally gets along well with other dogs, animals, and humans. However, their size and their power bark will scare the wits out of any burglar. Anyone who owns one of these dogs eventually understands that while you may be used to their awesome size, others usually need a little more time to get there. The Great Dane was developed from Mastiff type dogs, but they're more refined than other descendants of this ancient breed. The Great Dane is sleek and elegant. They have an athletic, muscular body. Their massive head, and massive is the right word, is long and narrow. They've got a long, graceful neck. Some owners crop their ears, but they're better left natural. Cropped ears are common in the US, but in other countries, ear cropping is banned. Their size can, however, present some problems. Eyeballing a dog who weighs as much as you makes some folks nervous. Their tail can knock over a lot of things, particularly in a small space, and given the opportunity, they're an impressive counter surfer. Even given their inherent gentleness, it's advisable to teach them good manners and attend obedience training classes when they're young. Their sheer size alone could make them impossible to control when they're an adult, and as with any dog, you never know when they might see something they just have to chase. They're eager to please and highly people-oriented, demanding a great deal of attention from those around them. They tend to nudge people with that big old head of theirs when they want to be petted. Sometimes you'll meet one with lapdog tendencies who sees no reason not to hop onto the sofa and drape themselves on you. The Great Dane typically doesn't eat as much food as you'd think, and while they need daily exercise, they don't need a huge yard to play in, although they certainly would enjoy one. Before we continue, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button as it would mean a lot. Thanks. Because of their beauty and gentle nature, more and more people are discovering the Great Dane. Just be aware that because of their size, they've got a relatively short lifespan of around 8 years. That means they take up a huge space in your heart for a relatively short amount of time. Males of this breed are typically 30 to 34 inches tall at the shoulder and weigh between 120 to 200 pounds, while females are 20 to 32 inches tall at the shoulder and weigh between 100 to 130 pounds. Some dogs can be smaller or larger than average. A well-bred Dane is one of the best-natured dogs around. Gentle, sweet, affectionate pets who love to play and are relaxed with children. But good-natured as they are, Great Danes definitely need early socialization, exposure to many different people, sights, sounds, and experiences when they're young. Socialization helps ensure that your Great Dane puppy grows up to be a well-rounded dog. Great Danes are generally healthy, but like all breeds are prone to certain health conditions. While not all Danes will get any or all of these diseases, it's important to be aware of them if you're considering this breed. Because of their coat, they can get cold in the winter, so they shouldn't be left outside in colder climates, but then no dog should. In fact, they would enjoy having a sweater or fleece coat to keep them toasty warm when you go for a walk in a winter climate. They're relatively quiet indoors, but they need a long walk at least once a day or a large yard to play in. An adult Great Dane needs 30 to 60 minutes of daily exercise depending on their age and activity level. Puppies and adolescents need about 90 minutes of exercise per day. If you plan on keeping them in a yard occasionally, they'll need a 6-foot fence, though they're not a jumper. If you're a gardening fan, understand that they really enjoy destroying the landscaping, just a little safety tip in hopes of preventing human heart attacks. Diet is important for a rapidly growing giant breed puppy like a Great Dane, more so than for most breeds. A Great Dane puppy shouldn't eat regular puppy food because it's usually too rich for them. They need the puppy food designed for larger breeds. It's best not to supplement their food with anything, especially not with calcium. When it comes to coats and grooming, they shed a lot, but their coat is easy to keep in top condition with regular brushing. Use a firm bristle brush and shampoo as needed. Regular brushing keeps your Great Dane's coat healthy and clean, and it cuts down on the number of baths they need. As you might imagine, bathing a Great Dane is a daunting task, particularly if you're not looking forward to it. Hard to imagine them hiding under the kitchen table while trying to escape a bath, but it does happen. When it comes to children and other dogs, a Great Dane loves children and is gentle with them, especially when raised with them from puppyhood. Keep in mind they don't have any idea how big they are compared to a small child, so they can accidentally knock kids over quite easily. As with every other breed, you should always teach children how to approach and touch dogs, and always supervise any interaction between dogs and young children to prevent any biting or ear or tail pulling on part of either party. Teach your child never to approach any dog while he's eating or sleeping, or to try to take the dog's food away. Generally speaking, a Great Dane will get along well with other pets in household, but occasionally some can be aggressive with livestock, or they just may not care for other pets. It's an individual taste. Some won't even tolerate another animal in the house, while others will snooze with the cats and other dogs. Alright guys, what do you think about the Great Dane? Tell me down in the comments.